Hey, vinyl community, Jeff here for a quick artist recap of artists in my collection. A lot of people do these. I've done them in the past before, and it's been a while since I've done one. And I thought I would do this one mainly because I know I'm late to the game, but I'm looking at April Wine today because of Myles Goodwyn passing away back on December 3rd. I couldn't do anything back then because I was still away in South Carolina and did not have access to my records. So anyway, yeah, I'm back now, and I thought, this would be a good time to jump right in and do a little, just show what I've got in my collection from April Wine and, recap some of that. So now they have, April Wine started way back in the 70s, first album they had in 71. Of course, I didn't discover them until like 10 years later, but they have reissued a lot of those earlier albums. I've seen them in the stores, I've seen them online. I don't have a lot of those, but I did find, it was about a year and a half or so ago, the first one I found was April Wine Live, which was 1974. So there was 3 studio albums, I guess, prior to this, 71, 72, 73, and then I found this live album. So I do have some of the stuff from the earlier days, but I'm not as familiar with the catalog of those first couple albums. But if I do run across them in the wild, I will grab them for a good price. And then at the same store, I found Stand Back, which was the follow-up album to that 1975. So again, some of the earlier stuff with a little less known to the common folk there. So, and then there was 2 albums in 76, an album in 77, and then I have First Glance from 78. Again, I don't think there were any, I'm not sure if there were any major hits on here that people would know, but we're getting closer to that era where, at least for me, they started to come on the radar. Harder, Faster, 1979. I'm trying to think, I can't remember, what song is it? I Like to Rock. So that was a video and probably one of their bigger hits, one of their great songs. I'm not sure when I discovered that. It would have been a little later because, again, this is a little prior to me discovering them. But yes, Harder, Faster. It's a great album overall. Really coming into their sound as far as the modern age. And in 1981, The Nature of the Beast. This is where I discovered them. MTV would have been broken them in by then. You had videos for Sign of the Gypsy Queen and the Just Between You and Me, big ballad hit there. So this is when, as a teenager, I would have discovered them. And this album, I thought the album cover was cool and everything about it was cool. So this is when I really got my attention. And then they went on for a little more. Power Play, another great album in that 80s era. If You See K, I think was a big big hit on here. I'm trying to think what else was on here. It's all kind of blurring together. And then we got Animal Grace, 1984. This album actually was VCLT from Scott Waters a while back. Glad to have this. And then there is one more after this, 1985's Walking Through Fire, that probably is one that I would really want to get just because it's in that same 80s era. They continued making music after that, all through into 2000s, but all of those are just CD releases, I think. There's a couple I enjoy. I've listened to a lot of that stuff online. It's great stuff, but I don't think a lot of the later stuff was not on vinyl, so there probably are a couple more there. There you go, April Wine. Love the stuff, and again, always on the lookout for more stuff to add to the collection. That's it for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Rock on, and rock hard.